few. We have endless supply. And I always tell the manufacturers, you're welcome to our critical minerals on one condition. You manufacture here. You don't ship the critical minerals somewhere else in the world, produce a product to come back here. And Volkswagen, listen, many listen. Volkswagen is putting together in St. Thomas, Ontario, outside of London, Ontario, the 4th largest building in the world, the largest battery manufacturing facility in North America. It's 16 million square feet. It's 1.6 kilometers long by a kilometer deep. Direct and indirect jobs is over 30,000 people are going to have a job because Volkswagen's investing billions of dollars. You see the life science sector, the pharmaceutical company investing over $3 billion just over the last few years. And we've seen the technology sector growing by tens of billions of dollars. They're investing right here in Ontario because we have the brightest people anywhere in the world. We've overtaken Silicon Valley, San Francisco Bay Area with the most people employed in the tech sector. They have 388,000. We have over 425,000 in the tech sector right here in Ontario. You think of all sorts of sector. When it comes to clean, green energy, we lead the world in nuclear energy. Bar none, no one comes close to it. We're also leading the world in something called SMR, small modular reactors, and we have the expertise here. We produce the cleanest grid in the world. It ranges anywhere from 90 to 94%. Our energy is clean. So everyone is talking about the growth there. We have the number next to New York City. We have the number 2 largest financial sector in the entire world, right here in North America, right here in Toronto. You see some of these stats when it comes to agricultural products. People don't talk about the food that we eat. We have one of the largest sectors anywhere in North America. We ship out $19.6 billion of agricultural products. People in the food industry, beverage, $57 billion of food and beverages produced here. We're looking at when we have people come, 800,000 people showed up to our province, fastest growing region in North America, bar none. What do people need? What your kids need, people in this room need? They need to be able to buy a home, affordable home, and it's supply and demand. I just dropped off a check to Milton because they hit their targets. We put targets on every single town and city across this province, and Milton just got $8.4 million because they exceeded their housing target by 25%. We're building schools and infrastructure right across this province, no matter if it's Highway 413 or the Bradford Bypass, or in Kitchener, Highway 7, or Southwestern Ontario, Highway 3, and the list goes on and on and on. We're building schools right here in Mississauga. We're building schools across the province, but we're building hospitals. Unprecedented amount of money is going into building hospitals, over $50 billion with 50 sites around the province. They're either getting a brand new hospital or they're getting an addition. Mississauga is getting we're building the largest hospital in all of Canada, right here in Mississauga. You know, we're building medical universities until our kids can go to medical universities here in Ontario and not have to go all the way out to, let's say, down to the US or the Caribbean. They have a medical school over in Ireland or Australia. We're building medical universities here in Brampton, out in Scarborough, up north. So we'll have more graduates coming back. We've hired and registered, think of these numbers, since we've been in office, over 10,400 doctors, 80,000 nurses that have registered here. And by the way, the fabulous nurse right beside me, these are the investments that we're seeing. But this is another favorite stat that I love telling people. And I apologize, I'm a numbers guy, business guy, I'm throwing these numbers and I apologize, but this is a good one. So when we came into office, the previous government chased out 300,000 jobs, companies were leaving, One CEO of the auto manufacturer said this is the worst jurisdiction you could ever invest in. This is when I first took office 5.5 years ago. And by the way, we're leaving. And when I had my first press conference, the media said, you have to raise taxes. I said, that's the worst thing you can do is raise taxes. Not the second worst thing you can do. The worst thing you can do is give your money to the government. Second worst thing is imagine going into your pockets and taking money out of your pockets. You won't be going for dinner. You won't be going to buy a piece of furniture. You won't be doing a little renovation. We did the opposite. We kept money in your pockets, reduced the cost, no matter if it's your license sticker or reducing gas by 10.7 cents a liter. As the federal government is going to hike up the gas prices again in April the 1st, at 23%, Shane is right, it's a real shame, 23% on the price of gas. It's ridiculous. They're going to be taking 17.5 cents out as we're reducing the gas prices. And the one fare that we're doing, anyone can hop on a transit system anywhere in the greater GTHA, all the way up to Barrie, wherever the GO train takes you. Hop on the GO train. Let's use Barrie for example. Hop on the GO train in Barrie, come into Mississauga, hop on the Mississauga Transit, hop on the Toronto Transit system, go downtown, all on one fare. It saves families and people over $1,600 a year. We've reduced the cost of doing business here in Ontario by $8 billion to make ourselves more competitive, to attract companies from around the world. They're coming in by the droves right now. Every single night, I get an update from the Minister of Economic Development, Vic Fideli. Companies are investing hundreds of millions and billions of dollars because the word's out there. The word's out there that we're an economic powerhouse. We have a pro-business friendly government that is attracting companies to make sure that they're producing their products. And the products that we produce are staggering. Think of this. I spent a lot of time in our facility in the U.S., Chicago, New Jersey, and every state has a special name, dairy state, flower state, whatever it is. We have everything here in Ontario. The aerospace, second to none. We're producing everything from the best helicopters in the world to the best airplanes over at Bombardier. We're in the aerospace. We have the Canada that we're producing here. When it comes to actually military vehicles as well, I'm going over to Rochelle to see the military vehicles being produced. But when it comes to manufacturing, everything under the sun, we can manufacture here. Satellites, Honeywell does the satellites that help us with our cell phones. So it's in trains, planes, automobiles, you name it. I give all the credit to the people. We have over 70,000 STEM graduates graduating from our colleges and universities, meaning science, technology, engineering, and math. That's the way of the future. So we have the best people in the world attracting the best companies in the world. And as our governor that came up to pay me a visit told me we're eating their lunch, we're going to continue eating the U.S.'s lunch. I love the U.S., but we're going to continue attracting jobs off the U.S. They're a #1 trading partner, $460 billion a year of two-way trade. Think of this, we're the #1 trading partner in 19 states, #2 to 9 others. We do everything here in Ontario. I want to thank you for coming out, because without folks like yourself, I wouldn't even be standing here, and neither would my colleagues. We cannot do it without your support. We'll be forever grateful. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. May God bless the people of Ontario. Thank you so much.